Oh, it's connecting. Okay, yeah, both streams should be going now. We are good to go. Hopefully, I think. Maybe. And or it's probably an easier way to do this, but screw it. See, is there anything we want to really get into before we just, like, get into the most whatever episodes so far?
I mean, I don't really have anything. I've just been playing Dragon Ball: The Breakers and the new FF14 patch.
I should wait. When I try and get the app going here, I just hit this thing. Okay, yeah, no, that's way easier. Yeah, I just do that for a second. But yeah, as I like very quickly just get both streams loaded up on my side computer so I can actually read the chat, which is something I could probably have figured out beforehand in some capacity.
I mean, all you have to do is pop out the chats from Twitch and YouTube.
Oh yeah. Just straight up, it's still, right? Wait, no, this isn't the window I want. Wait, did it not... Wait, hang on, where's the... Okay, it didn't pop out, that's the problem. Okay, and we'll just window this. Okay, yeah. Done, there we go, that's our solution. Okay. I should probably mention, wait, no, I think I already mentioned this, that I was like, I started watching Cyberpunk Edgerunner.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah, good show continues to be good. It's still the coldest take of the year. Crap, I guess I don't have anything else to talk about then, do I? So yeah, Digimon, I guess.
Digimon. Have you ever thought of Mamemon as a bean?
I don't think I've ever thought of Mamemon as a bean before.
Same.
Cause he's just a little bald dude with like arms and legs. Like, maybe this is showing like, you know, how far removed we are from the context. But I was always like, oh yeah, Mamemon. He's like, you know, he's like a little smiley face, right? Like he's an emoji or something, or like, you know, one of those little like text emojis where you know you do the little like semicolon for the two dots and you put like a 3 so it's just a little kitty face. I thought it was meant to be something like that.
I never got that impression. I thought it was just... Well, no, I don't know. I didn't have any big thoughts on Mamemon. It's just like, oh, it's a little ball thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a little like punchy ball with a little like smiley face on it, and I'm like, oh, he's a little smiley man. I was never like, yeah, this is food.
My first exposure to Mamemon was Metal Mamemon, actually.
Right, yeah.
In Digimon World, and Metal Mamemon was my first ultimate.
I feel like that's probably mine too, just from the intro of that game. But I was never like, I mean,
it's the first one I got.
Yeah. Man, it always feels weird to me that, like, Mamemon is the same stage as Mel Mamemon. Like, it feels like Mel Mamemon should be more advanced or something, you know? But I guess the boxing smiley face is on the same level as the, like, armored, like, boxing smiley face with a gun arm.
The cyborg Mamemon.
Yeah. Man, I really hope at some point the card game makes that archetype actually viable, because holy crap, it's kind of a mess right now.
I think every single
Mamemon variant is ultimate level.
Yeah, except for, like, you know, like Prince Mamemon, I believe, who is Mega. I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this episode of Digimon Frontier, here's the thing. the gang travel to a giant beanstalk, and then the villains are like, hey, we're gonna destroy the beanstalk, and they fight them, and they lose, and the Royal Knights just do the thing again, and that's the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they have to convince this like curmudgeonly, like grumpy train to take them there because it's his job to take people to that village. What the heck? There's like 2 mega level Mememons. Anyways,
Alright, yeah.
but yeah, they gotta convince him to help them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna save the digital world." And he's like, "Oh, if you're gonna save it, then great."
Yeah, you're gonna, like, actually help us? Alright, then hop on, I'll do the thing. You should have said that in the first place. And everyone watching is just, like, just groaning in frustration.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, they go to the place. Tomoki got kidnapped at the end of the previous episode, and so he's in a cell with a bunch of ultimate level Mamemon who, actually, to their credit, I think they do break the bars open to try to get Tomoki out at some point.
Yeah,
so,
it's been a few weeks since I saw this, but I did skim back through, and they definitely do, like, punch through the bars and just break out. The cell is not the problem. The problem is that the Royal Knights are on the other side of it.
Yeah. I'm just, but then I'm at the point where it's like, well, there are a lot of ultimate level Digimon here. Yes, their opponents are megas, but also there are a lot of ultimates here.
Oh, yeah. Like, honestly, that makes enough sense to me. That it's like, oh, the Royal Knights are just so strong that this, like, they might be able to, like, you know, do it, but, like, the Mamemon would take heavy losses, like, substantially.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I believe that, yeah.
To be fair, the Royal Knights have, like, their own, like, organization designation or whatever.
It sure would be goofy if they had a bunch of ultimates that couldn't do anything, and they had the Royal Knights have to retreat when faced with, like, 10 Digimon that are around ultimate level. Roughly. At best. But yeah,
apparently the beanstalk in the village can't be absorbed without the key.
Yeah, this is one of those weird, like, new plot devices that I don't really like. Like, I get why it's a thing, because it'd be really boring if they just, you know, they just showed up and they just destroyed the thing. But it's like, why can't they just, like, destroy the thing, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, for some reason, they can't destroy this beanstalk unless they get this special code that only the Mamemon know that allows them to access its data and absorb it, just so, like, the heroes can slow them down a little bit.
This stupid beanstalk village has more protection on it than the literal Reincarnation village.
Yeah, what the heck? With the crap beanstalk village.
The stupid beanstalk village is so like not worth anything that like the elder reveals at the end of the episode. He's like, oh well, we managed to sneak away a seed. We'll just grow a new one. Meanwhile, the village, like the village of beginnings or whatever it's called,
the most important village in this entire world.
Yeah, the one place in the digital world that's required for Digimon life to continue going. It's just like, nah, they can just walk in and start nuking the place. And I think I looked up Swanmon at some point. I think she's like an armor level.
Yes, Swanmon is armor level, which is even more confusing. Because it's like, alright, in, like, the original series, it's like, okay, Primary Village is just kind of guarded by, like, one Elecmon, but that's, like, kind of understandable, because they're on, like, a fairly small, like, island in the middle of nowhere. This is like a whole interconnected world where anyone can just hop on a train and get anywhere. Cherubimon could literally just fly over here at any moment and there would be nothing to stop him.
Yeah. Heck, that's another thing. Even Cherubimon, I guess he saw the primary, or whatever they're calling it in this one, primary village, village of beginnings.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sees it and he's like, we kind of need that.
Yeah. I guess to be fair, you know what? Sure. Like, I could see Cherubimon being like, you know what? I'm evil. I'm not that much of a monster.
Yeah. There's something. Like,
yeah,
we literally see that the good is still in him somewhere.
There's not a lot he gains by literally destroying the source of, like, by literally just destroying the world's only nursery.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Also, whereas...
Yeah. Hey, Flo, on Twitch this week.
Whereas, in Adventure, it almost seems like Elecmon, elected himself the position of taking care of the babies. Swanmon seems like she's there because she's meant to be.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to be going back and forth between these two episodes because Beanstalk Village, there's not really anything that matters. It's really irrelevant. It genuinely is.
Yeah. Like, the kids start losing the fight, and then the elder is just like, here's the golden beans are at the top of the beanstalk. And then they destroy Beanstalk Village.
Is this the fastest we've ever gone through a Digimon episode? Because, like, even with, you know, the, like, just whatever pang at the beginning and all that, this has been, like, 11 minutes.
It's a very unimportant episode.
I guess it is worth knowing that the kids from the last episode are here, the kids that bullied Tomoki, and they're like, oh yeah, we saved the Beanstalk Village, I guess, and they learn a lesson or something, and they just sort of get sent on their way and finally leave the digital world, being as unimportant in this episode as they were when they arrived.
Yeah, those kids were like, frick, what was I gonna say? I lost it. The moral is like, nope, I lost it. It just left my brain. It's so unimportant. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. The kids saw what they're dealing with, like the Royal Knights, and they're like, okay, we'll go home.
Now that their only Digimon protector is dead, the one champion who was out to help them is dead, and they're like, you know what, yeah, now that we no longer have powers, there is no reason for us to stay here, which is logical, but also, like, kind of screwed up when you think about it.
Also, Tomoki, to make us even, push me onto this train that I'm already getting on of my own free will anyways.
Jeez. So I feel like I do have one, like, important thing to say about this episode that might be interesting, which is that, like, yeah, this episode gave me the very distinct impression that, like, this should be the exact moment where the heroes start to get better at this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Because, like, both this episode and the next episode, like, the Royal Knights win because they have hostages, essentially. Yeah. So, I feel like this episode totally should have been like, alright, everyone fights the Royal Knights, and it's like, okay, Tomoki and, like, Koji are finally starting to... This is my hypothetical, not the actual episode. But it should have been, like, they're finally starting to, like, overpower them, and they're starting to actually, like, do damage and get the edge in. And then, you know, the Royal Knights are like, okay, but what if we just grab Koji, though? And that's what allows them to get the edge and, like, win and, you know, like, turn the tides. I feel like that's exactly how this should have went down. Because otherwise, it's like, all the hostage stuff doesn't make a difference. because we're just watching the exact same fight play out between the exact same two pairings over and over again. I feel like that makes sense, at least, yeah. I know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you already said, like, how it was gonna get before it got to this point where it's just, oh, yeah, they just lose for the third, like the last third of the episodes.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I feel like I, like, nailed that pretty well.
Yeah. I think it feels worse in the next episode where it feels like they finally win, and then Dynasmon is just like, nah, and then he deletes the area and they leave.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool, all the fighting was for nothing. I guess all that it amounted to was they distracted Dynasmon and Lord Nightmon long enough for them to get the babies out.
But think of the poor Digimon babies that we've never seen before and have no relationship with.
Yeah, but you can sympathize with the idea that literal babies need to be saved from these horrible, like murderous knights.
Oh man, is there anything else we have to say out the frigging Mamemon Bean episode that we haven't like?
Nah, not on my end.
I feel like the only thing that we probably might want to bring up is like, oh hey, old Mamemon for some reason. That's weird. For some reason, it's like one of the Mamemon is just an old man with like Amel like eyebrows and stuff, and you just look at and you're like, oh, huh. I guess Digimon do age in this world, because this is the second time we've seen an old Digimon.
We've seen it so many times in Digimon in general that I don't even question it.
Yeah,
like
it's so weird.
It's only you, really, who stops and is like, oh, there's the old man Digimon. It's like,
Yeah, it's so strange though, because it's only like a handful of examples, right? And it's like in Adventure, there's that line where Palmon is literally like, oh yeah, like, why don't all humans look the same? That's odd, isn't it? And this is like a completely different, like, yeah, how aging works in the digital world, like, just changes based on the continuity, which is wild.
I was gonna say, to be fair, in Adventure, I don't think we see any old Digimon.
Yeah, because it's like, oh yeah, you're
not unless they're designed to be so. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, you see a Palmon, it's like, okay, a Palmon is a Palmon, they'll all look like identical, right? Because of course, you know, they're data. It's like, you have the exact same type of, like, code and everything. And you get here, and it's like, oh, I guess, like, Digimon can get old, and it's not a variation? Alright, sure. Whatever. So yeah, moving on to episode 42, which we've already talked about. We've padded out the Bean Village as much as we can, and we could only do it by getting into the next episode.
Yep. So yeah, the kids, how do they even end up in the primary village? They just go there?
Yeah, they just go there, and they're just like, Pokemon's just like, yeah, I sure hope nothing bad has happened to this place, because this is like the source of all Digi-Eggs in the world. If this place died, the entire reincarnation cycle would just be done, you know, it'd be the end of all life as we know it, and even Lucemon wouldn't want to rule a world without Digimon, right?
Yeah, and so they go there and everything's fine until it's not, and the Royal Knights show up, because of course they do.
Yeah, because of course.
But for a little bit, the kids help Swanmon take care of some babies. The problem being that the Trailmon are too scared to go anywhere, so they're not picking up the babies and taking them anywhere.
Yeah. we get there, and it's like, oh hey, we need to get all the babies out of here because there's evil Digimon a coming, and they're gonna get you. They're gonna murder these kids. You gotta save the kids. And the Trailmon are like, yeah, but what if we get hurt? And they're like, okay, screw off then.
Yeah. There's like one really neat part of this episode that's immediately sandbagged by what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, you're talking about the end, right?
Yeah, where Dynasmon is just like, okay, I'm gonna blow it up anyways.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, something really cool happened, and then it looks like they win, and then Dynasmon just like, okay, but nah.
Like, let's be real, it feels like this episode only exists so we can have this nice little moment where all of the 10 legendary warriors are fighting at the same time, and they all get to, like, group up and, like, take on the Royal Knights. It really doesn't, yeah, it's kind of lame, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but screw it.
I mean, I think it makes enough sense. The babies of the babies of the ones they defeated were around, and their spirits went into them. But they're still babies, so they're acting on pure instinct, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, look at all these characters we've, like, defeated that you have fond memories of, and not a single one of them talks or seems to remember anything from their former life. So it's like, it's not even the characters teaming up, it's just the designs.
To be fair, they were only evil because Cherubimon brainwashed them or something, so...
Yeah, but, like, I feel like this is kind of, like, a bit of a waste of a concept, right? Like, how fun would it be if we had to team up with the Dark Spirits again, and they're, like, actually characters, and they had, like, you know, they had, like, smack talk, and they, like, reference past events and stuff, you know? Like, Graumon just, like, glares at, like, Takuya, and he's like, alright, I won't, like, be outshined by you, like, last time or whatever. You know, you see Mercurymon, and he looks at, like, Koji, and he's like, yeah, yo, you better have that power under control now. Or maybe he says something about how he's, like, unlocked the true Dark Spirit or something. Or he's like, oh, how, like, interesting or whatever. Like, literally anything, you know? Like, maybe Ramon could, like, you know, team up with, like, Izumi and be like, yeah, yo, just, I'll show you who's cuter this time, or whatever, and they have a whole, like, rival, like, there's stuff you could do that would be, like, a fun dynamic.
I mean, that would have been fine, but I don't know. I don't think we needed to add more to the cast. Also...
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about just for, like, a one-off, or, like,
for, like, a one-off thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Also, I don't know. I would have been okay. I would have been way more okay with this if it mattered.
Yes.
Because this is cool, and then it immediately doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. What, like, really confuses me is, I guess it kind of makes sense, but it's like, why aren't they using their beast spirits, which we have hard confirmed are all more powerful than their human forms? Like, directly.
I mean, this was already one of those crazy, like, digital world miracle kind of situations.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's like, I'm not gonna be super hung up on, but it's like, no, man. I feel like if you're gonna beat the Royal Knights for the first time, you should at least use the Beast Spirits, right?
Yeah. No, they might have been too strong then.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would be good.
This whole scene, it's just, it's a waste. It's cool, and then it's a waste.
You know what would have been fun? Have Mercurymon go into his beast spirit mode, and he, like, say he manages to trap the Royal Knights inside of him or something, right? And he's like, he's like, I'll, like, keep them inside of me as long as I can, get the eggs out of here, and they, like, blow him up from the inside out. Like, they blast their way out of the, like, inner space.
That would have been pretty nuts.
That would have been really cool. Like, they actually start using their abilities in creative ways that make sense with the stuff we've established they can do.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't want to shit on this too much. It's nice to finally get the group together and be like, okay, yeah, we finally got the 10 warriors, like, back, and they're, like, doing a whole team up, and it's a send-off to all these cool characters. And, yeah, just look how neat these guys are again in their final thing. And it's like, I don't know, it feels like they're kind of underutilized.
Yeah. Like I've already said, it's just, this could have been the episode where they got the win.
Yeah. Kind of wild it almost was. And the Roll Knights are like, okay, well, nah, screw this. I'm just gonna take this tree anyways. And they just blast the area and just get the data. And it means nothing.
Yeah. Like, as far as writing all of this part of the series goes, it's like they didn't have to lose every fight.
Yeah.
Like, it could have just been like, okay, well, they managed to get enough data anyways, even though we stopped them every now and then.
Yeah.
And, like, this is one of those things where it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like they're just trying to ramp up the stakes when it's like, I don't know, they're already destroying the entire digital world.
Yeah. That's the other thing that really bothered me, is that it's like, oh yeah, you get to this episode, it's like, oh yeah, welcome to the Village of Beginnings. Everyone immediately starts, like, chilling out and, like, playing with the babies and stuff. And it's like, Digimon are literally dying right now. Like, new eggs are appearing here as you're doing this. The Roll Knights are literally destroying, like, just people's homes, and they're not stopping.
Yeah, but they wanted to help Swanmon.
Yeah, like, I get as a hero thing to be like, oh yeah, we have to help out with this smaller problem as well. But also, hey, the stakes are kind of absurdly high right now. Maybe we should, like, like, at least prepare for if they show up.
I mean, what are they supposed to do? Start, like, go out to find the people they know they can't beat?
I mean, that's kind of the problem, isn't it? Maybe you should be, like, training or something?
I don't even know how much that works, because this isn't like Dragon Ball, this is Digimon.
Yeah, you say that, but there are clearly episodes where people look at Agnemon and they're like, oh, he's gone way stronger, and we see that he's gotten fairly strong. So it's like, maybe if they just practiced in their, like, new forms more, then they'd be able to actually get better. Like, by the logic of this series, like, in this own continuity, that does make some level of sense.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It feels like, it's just like weird where they're like, oh yeah, let's screw around as, like, the digital world genocide happens. Because it's like, oh yeah, there's absolutely stuff we could be doing right now. We're just not going to.
I mean, to be fair, like, I don't know. If they needed to protect this place, it makes sense that they just hang out here. And try to defend it when the Royal Knights show up.
Yeah. For the Royal Knights show up, and then they're like, wait, crap, we can't fight them here because there's babies around.
Yeah. But, and it's like, they could train and just ignore all the problems that Swanmon is having, or they could help Swanmon. And I understand why the decision is to help.
If nothing else, this episode does give us a nice little mon I like, where it's like they get ready to fight the Royal Knights, and you know the Royal Knights are like, "Oh, you want us to fight you? Oh, I think you misunderstand. We're not here to fight you. We're just here to destroy this place." And they're like, "Yeah, not that you'd stand much of a chance, anyways." And it's like, ooh, the trash talk is on point.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole thing where, like, Takuya and Koji are evolved into their ultimate forms, whatever it is.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, they can't fight at full power because there's too, like, all the eggs are around them.
And it takes forever for somebody to be like, oh, they can't fight here like this.
Yeah, we can't exactly rip up the ground and throw a bunch of flaming dragons around when there are eggs everywhere.
Yeah, and so the focus goes to, all right, get the eggs, we gotta move.
Man, the heroes are so outclassed by the villains that they're literally just like, you know what, you're not even a problem for us. We're just here to do a job, so just kind of like stay out of our way.
Yeah.
I mean, on some level that's cool, but also holy crap, they went way too far with it.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know why they're padding things out like this, because we've seen opportunities for them to do unique other things here. Can... I don't know what you mean by that, Flo. I don't remember this episode at all, and, like, you know, asterisk can, as if, like, he said something, then corrected himself. Or he's correcting us? I don't know, but yeah.
Maybe we said can't instead of can.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't know.
You're missing a message? Crap, I guess this didn't post. I'm looking at Twitch and I don't see anything. Yeah, sorry, man.
On Twitch this week, I don't remember this episode at all. Can, you're missing a message. That's all of your messages over here.
Oh well, so do we have anything else to say out this episode about Digimon Frontier episode 42, the Village of Beginnings, where nothing new happens and everything is pointless again?
No, not really. Get ready for more of that until Lucimon wakes up. Spoilers.
God, it's been like 32 minutes and we've just already gone through 2 Digimon Frontier episodes. That's really bad for us.
There's also the problem that, like, I watched this like 2 weeks ago and you just skimmed it. So there I don't have detailed memory of anything.
I mean, there's not much else to really talk about.
Yep.
Alright, so super important note. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'll begin Digimon Ghost Game in like a minute. Because I'm doing the YouTube stream now, I'm going to like do the 2 episodes of Frontier and then like stop the stream so that that's its own video and then start a new stream for the 2 episodes of Digimon Ghost Game, okay? Sound good? Alright, yeah.
Are we gonna stay live on Twitch? Or
oh yeah, we're staying
down?
live on Twitch, yeah. And, like, that's, okay. Yeah, no big deal there. It's just mostly for the YouTube, yeah.
I see.
So yeah, basically I'd say I started remembering this stuff and stopped caring and wanted to just get to the end. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't miss anything by skipping all the Royal Knights beating the hero several times arc.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's the thing. It's like, I don't hate the Royal Knights as villains. They are like cool. It's just holy crap.
I like the idea. It's just what they do with them.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to stop the YouTube stream and I'll be back